All right, so we know that the first American Pope grew up in a Chicago suburb.
Yep.
We have something in common. He likes deep dish pizza, so do I. He's also a Chicago White Sox fan.
I'm glad to know that he likes deep dish pizza, because I wasn't certain. Now I know you do too.
That's the kind of helpful addition that I bring this show.
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah.
Some of his family still live in that area. His brother says that he had no doubt he would become Pope when he saw Vegas taking bets.
I have so many things to say about deep dish pizza right now, but I won't.
Oh,
ABC's,
okay.
I'm biting my tongue, can you believe it? ABC's Alex Perez continues our coverage from Chicago.
Hey there, Charlene, Pedro, and Danny. Catholics across Chicago are beaming with pride right now. This is Holy Name Cathedral. The Pope's mom once worked here. Now, a lot of people are gathering here to pray for the Pope. Now, Pope Leo XIV was at one time simply known as Father Bob to many here in Chicago. He grew up on the south side of the city and in the far south suburbs. His commitment to the church started early on. He attended St. Mary of the Assumption Parish, where he and his two older brothers went to school. Here's a 1969 yearbook photo of Robert Prevost, now Pope Leo. He's the youngest of three boys, and his brother told me when Rob was in the first grade, a neighbor told him he would one day be Pope. And with all the celebrating happening, his brother also wanted to clarify something very important. Chicago, just like New York, is a baseball town after all, and with both the Chicago Cubs and the White Sox publicly claiming the Pope as a fan, his brother wanted to make it known and clear the Pope is a die-hard White Sox fan, so that argument has officially been put to rest. But nonetheless, so many here in Chicago smiling ear to ear to know that the Pope is one of their own. Charlene, Pedro, Danny.
All right, Alex Perez, thank you so much. In the middle of finals, there was a celebration on the campus of Villanova University. It's probably not what you think.
No, the school community located in Philadelphia, a suburb of Philadelphia, celebrated one of their own becoming the leader of the Roman Catholic Church.
Pope Leo graduated back in 1977 with a bachelor's degree in math, which is funny because I pray a lot when I take math tests too, so maybe, you know, that's
what inspired it.
Yeah, Catherine Scott with our
Smart
sister
dude.
station WPVI continues our coverage from Villanova's campus.
Good morning, Charlene, Pedro, and Danny. A lot of excitement here on Villanova's campus. The students have been finishing up their final exams, and amid all that, they learned that the new Pope is a Villanova graduate.
The bells rang at St. Thomas of Villanova Church in celebration of the announcement. The news overwhelmed and overjoyed on the campus of Villanova University.
It's definitely very exciting.
Pope Leo XIV is not only the first North American Pope and first Pope of the Augustinian Order, but also a proud Villanova graduate, where he received a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics in 1977. Decades later, in 2023, you could see him in Rome raising V's with Villanova's friars.
And when the name was announced, it just washed over me like a wave, and I didn't have anything to say for a while. I was really, and I could feel the tears welling up.
In a statement, University President Dr. Peter Donahue said in part, known for his humility, gentle spirit, prudence, and warmth, Pope Leo XIV's leadership offers an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to our educational mission through an Augustinian lens as we pursue intellectual and spiritual growth.
And when the Pope was in college, he actually worked for a local parish as a groundskeeper in a cemetery in nearby Havertown. So the Archbishop of Philadelphia pointed out that at one time, the new Pope actually worked for the Archdiocese of Philadelphia, which is pretty incredible. In Villanova, Catherine Scott for Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
See, this is what you're getting.
Thank you,
all
Catherine.
the different archbishops, they're claiming, hey, he was with us. He was with us at one point, you know?
We're very quick to do that, right? All of us Americans
New York,
are claiming him as our own as we're celebrating him as the first American Pope. But he also did spend decades of his life doing missionary work in Peru.
Yes, really, truly meaningful work. In fact, he became a naturalized Peruvian citizen. ABC's Matt Rivers has more from Peru, where he is considered one of their own.
As the world gets to know this Pope better, in order to understand what helped shape him, I think you really have to come here to Peru, where Pope Leo, or Papa Leon, as he is now known here, spent decades of his life working for the church. He started as a missionary back in the 80s and in total spent more than 20 years here, eventually becoming a naturalized citizen as well as the Archbishop of Chiclayo, a beloved but impoverished part of this country. If Pope Leo is seen in any way in the mold of Pope Francis as being close to the poor, seen as being humble, it is in northwestern Peru, in Chiclayo, where he earned that description. He even mentioned his ministry in Chiclayo as some of the first words spoken from that balcony in Rome, in Spanish no less, a nod to just how important this country is to him. Peruvians were both stunned and elated to find out that a man who had chosen to spend so much of his life here to become fluent in the local culture and the language had been chosen pontiff. And you know, this might be the first pope from the United States, but there are a lot of people here in Peru this morning saying that this new pope is Peruvian too.
You heard it there. He is a naturalized citizen. Stay with Eyewitness News as we continue to cover the new Pope, Leo XIV, and his first days as pontiff. We'll have much more coverage throughout the day.